Well, here's a little animal we haven't seen in a while. This is a 636 Ninja. So let's make sure I still got all the parts. My buddy Kevin's been waiting on this a while. I've been waiting on the time to focus on it. When you got a head that's turning 13,000 RPMs, which he's going to turn it that high, you got to make sure everything's exactly right. That we waited on some parts in the beginning, and then some more parts, and then some more parts. But I think we got everything to assemble this engine. The short block is over there. I'm gonna have to take the front cover off to time this thing, but I think we got all the gaskets we need and the head bolts. Head bolts is one of the things that we were waiting on, and he came up with some. I hope they're right. I at least want to get this head assembled today and ready to go on. I'm just doing a valve count here. Then we got to do our lock count, and then we got to do a spring count, because we had some springs missing in the beginning. And just a quick recap, if I remember right. Got the engine, and he gave me a spare head, but the spare head did not have the cam retainer that went with the head. And I advised against using that. So we took the old head, which is supposed to have been cracked, and we took machine shop, and they said it was fine, and I just went ahead and got it surfaced. Okay, all my valves are here. Two, 4, 6, 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. So we got 8 there. 4, 4. Yep, we got everything there. I can keep the cats off this. It would be nice. These are teeny tiny things. They're even smaller than the ones on my CRX. They're smaller than even lawnmower stuff. Try to believe they can get these to turn that high, but they do. You know what? I'm gonna need to go get some more of that. So we'll be back in a minute. Gotta run up to the parts house. Get some. Okay, I'm back. This is all they had up at O'Reilly's, and I'm gonna order some stuff online because these little tubes don't last me long. All the cylinder heads I do, and there was a slight 30-minute break also because there's pancakes. I had to eat them, and that Betas ain't gonna feed itself. Okay, let's go ahead and lather some of this on. Use some of the fine here. Rizzles. In this round, we're going to be using this small suction cup here. Let's take a look, see what that looks like. All right. So we got here. Oh yeah, that looks good. This thing has a triangle valve job. Well, that's nice. There's a lot of factory bowl work. Looks really good. All right. I'm gonna hit all these and then I'm gonna label them and then take them out. This is the front of the engine, so we're gonna be going one this direction, one this direction. Go one direction.
Right. Yeah. So they would probably do like a big grocery shop, so they wouldn't have to go back. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because we do cabins and all that. Like even from here, yeah, we could do that right here. Yeah. Yeah. But we already have
All right, we got the valves in. Let's go ahead and flip this thing over. See what's going to get some valve springs on this thing here. These are way down in the pocket. Y'all can tell. They're way down in there. So I've made a device in the past. Let me see if I can find it. You might have seen me use it on some. You might have seen me use it on some lawnmower engines. Just a bronze tube, brass tube, whatever. This right here. Maybe it works fine on these. It's a booger, but it gets done. It's a little shaped for the job. All right. Well, I found the easy way to do these. Drop the valve. Set the retainer in there. Go ahead and drop the keepers in there. And let gravity do the work when you're compressing it. Then like one click, and then two click. Let it drop her down, then release. Wham, in there. Easy. Easy peasy.
Yeah.
No while I've done these, so maybe I knew that years ago. Womp, womp, womp. Well, looks like we got the head back together. I went ahead and put the studs in. When I put the studs in, you know, put the old blue on her. And I don't know about y'all, but I got one of these stud removal and installation tools. But, you know, this kind of mars threads up a little bit, so I had to go back and chase after it. Get them all right. But it doesn't end there, guys. I still got all that I got to put in there and adjust the valves. And it's kind of tedious work on these. So, but the problem is, well, the good thing is, this is the original head. And these parts, the tappets or the cups, what do you want to call them, and the shims all come out of this head. Now, there was no valve work done per se, as in the only valve work that was done was me using the fine grinding compound and lapping the valves in. So theoretically, those should still kind of work, and that's all I have. That's all 16 of them. I don't have a shim kit for this, so we're gonna see how close we get it. If it gets anything a little way too out of spec, I'm definitely gonna let Kevin know, and he's gonna have to order that kit, because it's a whole lot easier doing now than on the bike. Way easier. So I'm gonna get you on the tripod, and we'll get this stuff figured out. Now, folks, there is really no easy way to this. To let you know how basically how it works is these cups, you know, they go on here. Like that. But under there goes a shim. Shim sits right there. And this pushes, it's got a little deal right there. And these push directly on there. Like that. Like that. So, what you got to do is, see the camshaft sits on here like so. Like so. And pushes down on those. So what I'm going to attempt to do is, if you notice, a cam eventually will go in a spot where it's all the valves should be closed. And this one, it's just got a little bit to play with right there. And I'm going to try to attempt to use this to adjust the valves close, because pulling this thing on and off with those, what are those things called? Those alignment dials, it's a pain in the butt going back and forth. A true pain in the butt. So I'm going to attempt to do that. So it's like, let's measure this right here. And I believe intakes, I don't know, I got to look this back up. I think it's like 9 and 11 or something like that. Let's get my angle one out here. Oh, that's not my angle one. I gotta go find my angle one. Here's my angle one. I'm gonna grab this 8 here. I'm gonna clean these off. Guess it was pretty clean. But anyway, we're gonna check. And that one is, I'm gonna say 9. Let's see if a 10 will go. I don't have a 9. But I'm gonna get the specs out real quick, because I know they're in matrices and I need Englishes. So that 10 won't go. So let me slap a little bit of oil on these journals here, and we'll go ahead and, because I don't want to move the thing around too much in there back and forth because it's dry. So let me stick some oil in there, and let me find the specs real quick like. All right. And before even going further, I'm going to measure all these right here. And I got to put some oil in that right there. I'll get all that in a minute. There's my pliers. I mean, if they're all like this close, I'm just going to throw them all in and roll with it. I want to be sure. But 1, 1, 2. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 that are different, much different. They're between about 7 thousandths different than the rest. So I guarantee some are intake, some are exhaust. I just got to figure which ones. That'll definitely make it easier. And I know how you're supposed to do this, guys, is you're supposed to do it on the base circle like that right there. But I'm gonna tell you what, we can do that. And I'm spin this thing over by hand. When I get it all together, I'm gonna spin it over by hand. I'm going to check these individually once we get the basic done here. So let me see what I got. That was a 10. I'm able to move it. So 10's not going there without trying to raise the cam. 10's not going there. So let's try my 8,000s. And I know they're going to give it to me like 0.20 millimeter, something like that. So come on, straight shot. 8 goes. 8 didn't. 8 is not going. All right. So let me get the spec first, and then we'll try the other sizes. Okay, I'm back. Exhaust intake metrics and exhaust intake for SAE, Imperial, whatever. Yeah. So the intake's supposed to be between 4 and 7. 19 is as big as I got over here. So if that one measured 8, I can't change that none. So I'm going to have to let that one slide. So let's see what this one is here. This one only went down to 8,000. So let me get out another set. This one's 6. It feels good. Yeah. I'm going to leave those like they are. Probably get some hate comments on this, but you know what? They're going to be close, and this is all I got to deal with. If this is going to be extremely gross, then I'll make a judgment call.
I can take them to her.
All right, give me just a minute, baby. Here. Don't run with them. No, grab them by the handles. The orange. Yeah, that goes smooth. Let's try 10. Just a minute, baby. 10 goes. 10 goes. So we're going to try 12. Come here. I don't know what she's needing. Let's try 12. Let's see what I get. All right, 12. Actually, it's pretty. Oh yeah, it won't even go. These are just gonna be right on the edge. He really needs a kit. He's gonna be done again. I mean, they're all gonna be right on the edge. I'm gonna call him real quick and see if he wants to wait till we get a kit in, or he wants me to put these all right on the edge, because that's where they're gonna be. Okie dokie. Love you. Hello. Mm-hmm. Like Dazzy's fuzzy bug on his. Okay. Okay, I got a hold of the owner, and we're going to run them right on the edge on that. And if we do have a tick, we'll take care of that at a later date. But we're going to go with it. All right. So I'll bring it back around when I get all that rest of that in, and then we'll torque everything down. It looks like 104 inch-pounds. So, and the torque, I'll tell you in a second. Let me hit these last two before I forget. I'll squirrel off. It actually says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It does like that. I'm not doing it. I'm using cross pattern on the thick ones. All right, second pass. Always unload these when you're done, so it'll be accurate next time you use it. Okay. Okay, I got things pretty clean. Got my dials in there, and I just got my chain thrown down in there. Go ahead and stick. Hey, gasket on. Make sure everything lines up. I do want to mention there are 10 bolts. 2 are shorter than the other, and they go out here. Now there is one that goes here, and you're not going to see me put that in because I don't know where it went. So I'm hoping I can come up with one today, because I'm stopping and getting the valve cover today. But it goes right there. So clean this head off. Last minute cleaning. All right. Mm-hmm. I start setting some head bolts in this thing. Make sure things not starting to get a little top heavy. Nah, we're good. I want a cat jumping on it and causing a problem. I just got them cinched down my hand. I don't have them torqued yet. What I want to figure out now is my guide arrangement, timing chain guide arrangement. I go down there and get my chain out. There's a chain. Gonna need to get something to hold that, don't I? Like we got something down here. Not torquing any of these until I validate everything. All right. That looks like it goes right there. Well, don't know yet. Working on that part. I got this and I got the tensioner. I'm hitting my chain, that's why. Yeah, that does go there. So it goes to this other one. Let's go ahead and get it in. Mm-hmm. I think I went a little too far at that. Name a lot. I gotta figure out what went right there. I don't have that. I think I'm seeing the hole now. Yeah, there it is. All right. If I can wiggle like that. I guarantee there's an O-ring that goes on that. So let me get that O-ring. That don't slip. All right. That's in, that's in. And that's pushed all the way in. So let me loosen that up. Now I got to figure out what's going on. This one here isn't got something missing. It's like a threaded pin. So I know what I'm looking for now. So let's see if I can make something. It's just I'd rather have the right stuff. Are you trying to bite me? Well, I don't know what happened. But I torqued this down. I'm glad I found out it didn't record. I did the angle part. But the initial all the way around was 11. The inner was 24. The outers are 21. Now we got to knock it down 50 degrees. Going to be using my angle meter, which y'all probably saw me use on a Tahoe at one point. And that's what you use for torque to yield. And these are used head bolts. They actually had a spec for new head bolts and used head bolts. New head bolts were 24, 21. No, 26, 22, and then 50 degrees. But on used head bolts, yay, we can go 24, 21 plus 50 degrees. So I got to go give dog meds and stuff and do some rotation. So I'll be right back to do the angle part. Okay, we're back again. I forgot to hit record, And I'm not running my lapel mic right now because I'm trying to let my phone charge. I got away from my camera that I bought for the channel because it's giving me echoes. I'm trying to get a hold of the company and figure out why when they use the external mic, it's not turning off the internal mic, which causes my echo. So anyway, trying to deal with Amazon and all that. Y'all know how that is. But anyway, I like using my, I know they make the new digital ones that are built in. I'm going to get one day, and I'm not going to skimp. I really want one. But I just like taking the time to set my angle gauge up here. And yeah, I just really do. So I'm going to get started, and it says plus 50 degrees. So I got to get my glasses. I cannot see that. In the background, if y'all hear commentary from the writer of The Chosen, please listen. We love listening to scripture. And if y'all have ever seen The Chosen, it's actually really, really, really good. Highly recommend it for me. All right, I can see this. So we want 50. There's 40. We'll bring this in here. There we go. Y'all tell me when that thing hits 50. And I got to get this angle because this engine's not strapped down. Preload. You can set it to 50. Just got a bad angle here.
How's your week been going? We've had a big week on The Chosen. Primarily because of the filming season.
That's 50. Probably want to skosh over, but here's what it is. Preload. Bitty. Bitty. Yep. Head be torqued. Yeah, I got this sometime in the 90s. I think late 90s. I think. I don't remember. Some of y'all Snap-on purists might know exactly when this tool was issued. I don't remember. But I like it. I love it. I want more of it. Alright. Like I said, I do not have that on there. And I know these are loose. Y'all ain't got to call me on it. I know these are loose. Okay? I'm not tightening those up yet. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get a better angle. I really can't get any better angle on this engine in the current way I got it sitting on here. So I don't think the cams are going to fall out when I go to put them in so I can time this. We're going to try my exhaust in. I'll go over all the timing stuff in a minute. I'm just trying to get all this stuff kind of figured out myself. Well, by looking at the Kawasaki Bible, This needs to go one more that direction. Don't forget your O-rings for your spark plug tubes. More oil never hurts. Alright. A little tension off that so I can line these up. Okay, I'm timing one of these things. I got my marks on there. You see, 1 and 4. See, there's another one, 2 and 3. But this is for cylinders 1 and 4. And up on top, you're thinking, wow, that's off. It's not. You see that dot on that link? If it'll focus. That dot, that's number 1. And that's number 1 pin. And then there's 13 links equals 26. And the 27th, per their documentation, is supposed to be right above the intake. So it tells me this chain does have some stretch. So, but there's no interference, so I'm going to let the owner know and see if he wants to get a timing chain kit for this. And then we'll go a little further. But that's where we are. I still got to torque these down. And I'm going to put the covers on and cover it up because we're going to be going to town here shortly. I got to work on mom-in-law stuff. I'm going to pick up the valve cover and then talk to him about the timing chain stretch and see what he wants to do. It's a pretty close tolerance engine, so it's his, not mine. I'm going to recommend it. Well, we're waiting on a chain. I need a valve covered bolt and I need a CTS and an oil change. That's all we like in sticking this puppy in. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here because there's no need in showing. You already saw basically how to put the chain in. I showed you all the marks. I showed you what a stretch chain looks like. So that pretty much does it for this. Please like, subscribe, share it with your family, comment. And I know there's folks out there know more about these than me and their applications. I don't. It's just an engine and I build them. And cylinder heads, I rework them. So, not as far as we can go with this one. But I can give you a little walk around of this one. When I was at the owner's house, we found that bolt. I got it torqued. We found that one with the pin on it. We got the valve cover, of course. And I cleaned it up, spruced it up. And we're missing this valve cover bolt. I just stuck something in there, as you can see. And I'm going to make a shoulder bolt to go in there. Since we can't find the original one. I broke the CTS. Jury's still out, because if you look at that, if you can focus in, if it will focus in, not all that's me. I think the abuse of getting this thing over here and before me, but either way, we got to get a new one of those. I might have mentioned it, but we also got to get a thermostat for it. So thermostat, CTS, and me slapping a new chain. That's pretty much it. I just got it buttoned up right now loosely, the valve cover and that front cover right there. I just got them loose up, bolted up loosely because I just don't want, you know, critters and stuff to get in there. And I also will put a sheathing over this so nothing can get in there and the cats don't jump on it, flip it over or whatnot. So, yep, that's pretty much the engine. And if I'm sure a lot of people out there know, like I said, more about these than me. At 13,000 RPM, these things turn 130 horsepower. And these things will, I've seen some videos, these things turning 15, 16,000 RPM. So you can see why I really took my time working the cylinder head on these, on this one here. And I can't wait to tear into my 600 going on my go-kart. Yep. And she's a cream puff. Kind of jelly. I like this engine. I wish I had it. So please like, subscribe, share, leave some comments, whatnots, and y'all have a blessed week and God bless.